back to my channel. Today I'm gonna do a girl talk. We're gonna have some girly chats. Because I feel like I'm really missing having like girly chats. Like, I'm a nail technician, so part of my job is to like chat about like boys and things going on in like my clients' lives and just like give like my unsolicited advice. And I haven't been able to do that like at all for like a year. And I miss my clients and I miss just like having a nice big girly chat. So I felt like doing one. Somebody asked me, am I in a relationship? How do I keep myself occupied and happy in myself? So no, I'm single. I've been single. It's complicated. Technically I have been single since September. So like oh my god, like 7 months. Okay, that literally flew. Yeah, so I've been technically single for like 7 months, like half a year, but you could say I've been single for over a year. Just with like different things in the pandemic and everything. Like the person it feels like there's someone in my room. The person I was with didn't live where I live, so like we couldn't see each other for like basically, you know, the couple of months before we broke up. Anyway, we won't go into it because we can't be bothered. I don't know, like I'm just, how do I, what did you ask? What did the question say? Okay, am I in a relationship? No. How do you keep yourself occupied? I think I just have like a nice relationship with myself. Like, I enjoy my own company. Like, I like myself. I like spending time with myself. I'm living at home at the minute, but before I was like living back in Donegal, I was living in Galway. I was in college in Galway and then I dropped out, but I was still working in Pennies then for like a year. And Pennies, the shifts in Pennies are normally like 4 hours. That's what I used to work. So I spent like a lot of time on my own because like I wouldn't be working till the evening. All my friends were in college. The people I lived with, like I wasn't that close with them. Like also like I wasn't hugely into social media back then. Like I had my Instagram and everything, but I wasn't like posting consistently. So I actually barely went on social media. So I just literally spent like that full year like obviously I met up with my friends and stuff and I went out, but like during the day I kind of just like spent the time on my own and I just kind of like built like a really nice relationship with myself. Like I feel like I really got to know myself. I know the things that I enjoy doing, and I don't know, I just like, I like my own company. Like I like just doing my own wee thing and like just being with my thoughts. So the way I keep myself occupied and happy in myself is like I just do the things that I know I enjoy. Like I know exactly what I like doing. Like I like reading, I like being outside, I like going for walks, I like doing my nails. I don't feel like I need anyone to like make me happy or like to occupy me. Like I'm happy with my own thoughts and I'm happy with myself, that like I can actually just keep myself entertained. Like I love spending time with people as well, and I love being around people and I love like getting to know people, but I also love being with myself. Can you hear my toy rumbling? It's so loud. But yeah, I just like, I don't know, like whenever I was growing up, my mommy drilled it into us that like you should be your own best friend. I like literally like I spend my time speaking to a camera, like I'm basically speaking to myself, and like I do be laughing at myself. Like I have so much fun. But yeah, I think it's just like getting to know yourself, and I think it's like fun. Like it's so fun getting to know yourself, like because like we're always changing, like, and we're always finding new interests, and like it's so fun. Like it's like getting to know someone else, like, you know, learning new things about them. That's so fun. So like that's so fun when it's like about yourself too. Like, you never, like we can like always like be finding out things about ourselves. I don't know, I just think it's so fun and like cool, kind of. Okay, somebody asked, what are your tips for telling your mommy you got your period? Literally, I remember whenever I got my period, oh my god, this is like a period channel now. But I remember when I got my very first period, I went into my mommy and she literally knew, like she knew straight away. I didn't even have to tell her, she just knew. But me and my mommy have like literally like we can read each other's minds. I'm not joking. But I think just tell her, like, you know, I know it's kind of awkward whenever, you know, it's your first one or whatever, but like we've literally all had a first period. Tips for putting yourself back out there with guys. I don't know. I really struggled with this. Like I really struggled with this after my breakup, because like I had been in a relationship for so long, and like I literally, like, girls, I'm not joking when I say I did not speak to a boy other than like my family, like for probably 2 years. Like I'm actually not joking. Like it was like I genuinely didn't speak to a boy. Like so I was like, oh my god, like what even is, like what even, like what, how do you even, like what's the like text and etiquette now? I don't know. Before like my relationship, I was never like, you know, someone who was like okay, I have to wait like a few days now before I text him, or I have to wait like a couple of hours because he waited a couple of hours. Like I was just like doing my own thing, like I didn't really care. Like but then I was like, okay, like, you know, there is like kind of rules to it, so what are they? Because like I don't know. And like my sister like was like she's in a relationship too, so she was like, I don't know. And like it's so hard, like genuinely, and I'm not even gonna lie, like I'm like, what the hell, like it's fine now, I'm safe because we're like in lockdown, but like when lockdown ends, I'm gonna be like so embarrassed to speak to a boy. But like I just think, like, you know, like everyone's doing it, like it is awkward, like putting yourself out there and like admitting to people that like you fancy them is literally my worst nightmare. But we're all in the same boat, like, you know, it is just like an awkward thing that you have to just like get past. What's the worst that can happen? They reject you, okay, you can just move on. I'm speaking the words, but I don't believe them myself. I'm like, oh my god, if I was rejected, I'd be sick. Like I think the easiest way is to just like follow him on Instagram, like a few photos, and just hope for the best, like hope he notices. Or you could just be like pure brave and not give a shit and just like text him, like literally text him. I actually used to be quite like, you know, I didn't like, I would just text people and like I just didn't care, like, you know, I was just like whatever, you know, what's worst can happen. But now I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. Also Tinder, like after my breakup, like a few months after my breakup, I was saying to my friend, like I was like, I genuinely don't know how to speak to a boy, like genuinely, and this is going to be a problem when we come out of lockdown, because I have not spoken to a boy in so long that like if they speak to me I will be like. So she was like, why don't you like download like Tinder? This is gonna sound bad to say. I kind of used it as like a way to practice speaking to boys. Like I'm not joking, but like in fairness I also used it because I was like, I don't even know like what boys I like anymore or anything, like I don't know who I fancy. Like I was like, because like I'd been in a relationship for so long, I was like, it was actually only like 3 years, like I act as if it was like half my bloody life, but I don't know, I was just very like, I don't really know what's going on anymore. Kind of like helped me practice like speaking to boys again. So like maybe try that, but I don't know, like I'm still like, I don't know. Maybe I'll answer this question like in a few months. We'll see how I've come on. Next question: how can I get over my ex and feel happy being alone and single? You're used to having that person in your life and then all of a sudden they're just like not there anymore. So I understand how hard it is to be like, with someone and then all of a sudden you're on your own. I kind of went through this. After my breakup, I felt like I really didn't know who I was anymore, which made it really hard to be alone, because I was sort of like I don't really know like what am I meant to do with myself, like. And then I was like picking up the phone because I was like, you know, normally maybe I would be texting him or something, but like, you know what, you just have to sit with it. Like, you literally just have to go through it. It's just a part of our life, like it is. It was easier for me because we were in lockdown. Like, people were like, oh my god, it must have been so hard to go through a breakup in lockdown, but I was like, it was actually easier because like I hadn't seen him in months anyway. I couldn't go out, I couldn't like see my friends, like obviously that was hard, but like certain parts of lockdown actually made it easier because I had all of this time that I could dedicate to just myself. So what I would say would be like, the time you would have spent on your relationship, put that time into yourself instead. Don't see being single and alone as a bad thing. That is such a good thing. Like literally what I just said, the first question about like really getting to know myself, whenever I was working in Galway and like literally spent all my time with myself. Like, you're not any less yourself now than you were when you were with him or her, or before you were with him or her. Like, you're still you. You just need to like maybe like find yourself again and like kind of get to know yourself again and just like build up your self-worth again, because I know like breakups can really knock your confidence. But like, don't see being alone as a bad thing, because it's literally such a good thing. Helped me with my breakup was like really just getting to know myself again, spending time with myself. And like, when I thought of like our breakup, or I thought of him, like I challenged my thoughts with like thoughts of myself, like how this is going to be good for me. Like, you know, because obviously after a breakup, you know, you're still attached to that person. That person was a huge part of your life for however long, so you are like connected to that person, and it's hard to like not think of you as like a pair. So like, when I would think about things, or like if I would like think about memories, yeah, I would allow myself to be sad, but I'd also challenge those thoughts with like, how is this going to be good for me? How am I going to benefit from the relationship, but also from the breakup? Because like, I learned a lot in that relationship, but I also learned a lot like from the breakup. The way I think about it is like, every relationship that you have, like, yeah, it might end and yeah, you might be sad, but you're learning from that, and like, it is leading you towards like potentially the person that you are meant to be with. Like, now I know the things that I don't want, and I also know the things that I do want. So just don't think of it as like a sad time that you're alone and single. Like, think of it as like a time for like growth, and you're gonna come out like a better version of yourself. Like, I feel like I'm probably the best version of myself I've ever been now, and that is probably down to what I learned in that relationship and what I learned through the breakup, and like the time I've spent on myself the past couple of months. The things that helped me was doing the things that I enjoyed, especially the things that I didn't feel like I was doing during the relationship, that like, you know, I maybe like let slide or whatever. Being active was like the biggest thing for me. Like, I love being outside, I'm very high energy, and I didn't really get to like explore that while in the relationship. So now I'm really like, you know, going for it. Reading The Mastery of Love was like also like a breakthrough book for me, and also exploring the other relationships in your life that maybe you might have like neglected while you were in your romantic relationship. But yeah, I hope that helped. I'm sorry you're going through a breakup. It's really hard time, but it is for the best. Okay, we're gonna do like a little more light-hearted question now. So somebody asked, what do you do when boys you're talking to don't like that you're friends with a lot of boys? I usually tell them to jog on. but just curious because it's come up a lot lately. To be honest, I would be the same. Like, I'd literally be like, bye, because like, oh, I can be bothered with that. See, like jealousy and things like that, like can't be bothered, especially if you're only talking to him, like, you know, texting or whatever, getting to know him. I'm like, that's a red flag already, like, you know, because what if he becomes your boyfriend and then you're like stuck with like a really like jealous, like possessive boyfriend? Like, ew, can't be bothered. So yeah, I'd be like, bye, because I'm like, you know, who cares? Like, I'm like, who cares if, you know, I'm friends with a lot of boys, or who cares if they're friends with a lot of girls? Because I'm like what, like, you'd have to be very insecure to like be intimidated by that. Like, unless you've given him a reason to be like, you know, jealous or annoyed about that, like, I wouldn't bother. I'd be like, bye, too much effort, too much drama, can't be bothered with that. I was saying to my therapist last day, I was like saying like how like, but I maybe ignored red flags before, because I like to see the best in everyone. Like, I don't like to think bad of people, and I was like, I will never ignore even a slight red flag. I'm gonna be like, bye. Okay, so I think that's all I'm gonna answer for now, because I'm literally starving. Like, yeah, I hope you didn't hear my tummy rumbling during that. I know me and Dervla did a video like this before, so I might get her back on to do like some more dilemmas. If you want, let me know, or I can do more on my own or whatever. Just enjoy talking to you, and it was nice to have like a nice girly chat, because I haven't had it in so long. I miss doing nails. Like, I miss, like, it's like literally, it's not even that I miss doing nails. I literally just miss talking to the girls. Like, oh, someday soon. But yeah, let me know if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.